Hey y'all, welcome to my home. So glad to have you here for the holidays. Come on in. Hey everybody, my name's Sandra. I'm Director of Sales for PlumpJack Chardonnay and Odette, and I'm so excited to have you in my home. We are cooking today one of my favorite holiday meals, and I asked for my favorite people to come help. Erin Miller, winemaker at PlumpJack. What are we cooking?
Well, today we're going to have a porcini crusted beef tenderloin with some duck fat potatoes and some green beans with sliced almonds.
That sounds good, but more importantly, what are we drinking?
I brought 3 of our wines from PlumpJack today. I brought the PlumpJack Reserve Chardonnay, PlumpJack Merlot, and the PlumpJack Syrah. I thought they'd pair really well with this meal.
Well, Erin, let's get prepping.
And let's get drinking.
What are we drinking?
Oh, we're starting with the Reserve Chardonnay. I thought this would be perfect with the cheese that we're having to start, and also with our prep work. So this Chardonnay I love because I just like the freshness of this wine. We do mostly stainless steel fermentation, just a little bit of oak, and that really lets this fruit come through. And so we got nice tropical notes in here, nice guava, melon, mango, but also this really nice apple, pear, really fresh fruits as well. And the palate has this nice weight, nice texture, but also this beautiful crisp acid, really racy acid, lively, vibrant. And it pairs well with rich cheeses, and it makes prep work go by real fast.
Fact. Cheers.
Cheers.
To get started on our crispy duck fat potatoes, we wash the potatoes. Erin is using a mandolin to slice them real thin. The most important thing, dry them out. Put them on a paper towel or your favorite dish towel. Put them in a bowl. We're gonna toss these with duck fat and rosemary. And then we're gonna throw them in the oven at
400 degrees.
400 degrees.
We got our beef tenderloin here. We did a dry brine on this, so we salted it. We put it in the fridge overnight. We just put some pepper on it, and now we're gonna give it a sear in the pan. About 2 or 3 minutes on each side, about 4 turns. We've seared the beef tenderloin, and we ground some dried porcini mushrooms, and now we are dusting the outside of the tenderloin with the ground porcini mushrooms. This will give it a nice kind of umami character, more richness, more flavor, more depth. And I think that this will help it to pair really well with the Syrah.
Yeah.
And next we will put it in the oven. And this will go into the oven at about 350 degrees for 30 or 40 minutes. We're gonna put a thermometer in to the meat, the thickest part of the meat, so that we know when the internal temperature reaches the desired temperature. For medium rare, it's about 125 degrees. Okay, now that the beef is in the oven, we're gonna start the sauce. We're gonna saute these mushrooms, maybe for 10 to 15 minutes, just until they release the liquid and start to soften and get a little color. We're gonna use a little salt and a touch of pepper. Once the meat is out of the oven, we'll come back to this sauce. We'll add this beef stock here. We will add some stock to deglaze the pan for the meat, and we will incorporate that back into the sauce as well. So these mushrooms are cooking down pretty good. I'm starting to get a lot of really nice aromatics and mushrooms from the duck fat on the potatoes, and it's really reminding me of the Syrah. The Syrah.
The Syrah, you said?
Perfect timing. Thank you. This Syrah is one of my favorite wines. It's a little gem that we have that most people don't really know about. This is more of an old world style of Syrah where we have a lot of really great umami character in this wine that kind of will really pair well with these dishes. It's got nice spices, a lot of black pepper, white pepper, a little bit of smokiness, kind of a meaty, gamey character that just really shines in this wine. It's really rich, lots of great texture, beautiful tannin, nice and silky. It's a beautiful, beautiful wine. And I think it's going to go really well with these dishes.
I better get one for me.
Cheers. Wow! Yeah, that looks great. Okay, here you go.
Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome. Once we took the meat out of the roasting pan, we added more beef stock. We scraped up the brown bits on the bottom to get all that goodness in here. And now we're gonna pour it into our sauteed mushrooms that have a little bit of the beef stock in it as well.
This looks good, Aaron!
We're gonna start the green beans. I like to use a blend of olive oil and butter. Personally, I try to pretend I'm being healthy with the olive oil, but I like the taste of the butter in this dish, so I add some butter. We're gonna toast some almonds. We don't want to go too hard on the almonds. We don't want them to burn. We just want the flavor and a little bit of crispiness. So we just let them go for a little while. So now that we've toasted our almonds, I've removed the almonds, I've turned the heat up a little bit, and we're gonna start adding some green beans. I wanna do these pretty hot temperature, because I really want to kind of char the beans a little bit, get nice blackened color, and then get that nice flavor out of it. But I don't wanna overcook them. I don't want them to get soft and soggy. I want them to stay crisp, just with some blackened character. Okay, so the beef tenderloin has been pulled for about 15 minutes. It's been resting. The green beans are done. The potatoes are done. I'm gonna cut the twine here and we're gonna start slicing and get ready to serve. I can really smell the porcini coming off here, that mushroom. It's so just savory and earthy and just perfect. It smells delicious. It's gonna go so well with these wines.
So dinner's ready. Thank you so much for all your help, Aaron. I had a question though. Most people pair Cabernet with steak. Why did you choose Merlot?
Well, I chose this Merlot in particular because of the character that it brings. It's just a really nice, bold Merlot. It has this beautiful fruit character, this nice bright red fruits, a little bit of earthiness that will go along with the porcini as well. And then on top of that, it's grown in these great soils, these really deep alluvial soils that add a lot of structure to the wine, a lot of weight and a lot of body. So this wine does have a lot of weight and structure that will help to balance the steak. But on top of that, this is a leaner cut of meat, the beef tenderloin. And so the Merlot pairs really well with that leaner cut. I think that a Cabernet would go really well with a fattier cut of meat, like a New York strip or a ribeye. But the Merlot with the beef tenderloin, I think is a perfect pairing.
Thank you for joining us for this holiday meal. We are so happy that you could be with us, and I think the theme for 2020 is gratitude. We don't get to do this without you. You're our PlumpJack family, and thanks for being here tonight. Hope you had fun.
And I can't do this without my family, my extended family, Sandra, my quarantine, but also my family here as well. Owen, Evie, and my wife Kelly, who give me so much support and allow me to do what I do. So I appreciate you guys and you, and thank you.
Cheers.
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 Hey,